Hello, Victor. How are you today?
Hi, Holly. I'm fine. How about you?
Oh,
It's
pretty
still
good.
it's still loading.
Excuse me?
Still loading.
Oh, it's still
It's page.
loading. Yeah, I that's why I didn't talk to you right away because I was uh the broadcast itself was still loading. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's loaded.
yeah, yeah. So have you had a good day so far?
My day it's beginning.
Just
It's
beginning.
more morning here. Yeah,
Is it 8 o'clock that right now? No,
it's
it's 9 or 10, right?
10. Yeah,
Okay, so you slept in.
exactly.
But
I
you,
I
we,
can afford it today.
Yeah, well, so that's what Saturdays are for, to
Exactly.
sleep in. So, yeah, I canceled an activity tomorrow so I could sleep in. So,
Yeah, it's good for you
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So, especially I'm teaching kind of later than I usually do. I teach this usually I teach at this time usually, and then but I'm teaching 1 hour later than normal. So I thought, oh, I think I need to sleep in. and and so we'll be taking the kids up to the mountains tomorrow, and we're gonna go sledding, snow
Yeah.
sledding. So that
Do
should
you
be
have
fun.
do you have a lot of snow?
Um, Up in the mountains they do. We have a little bit of snow,
Oh,
not all that much. So
yeah.
just enough to see that it's white there, but that's it. So
Yeah.
so hello, Grace. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
All right. Svetlana, welcome.
Thank you. Hi,
Hi, where are you from, Svetlana?
I'm from Russia.
Russia, awesome. Okay. And and then we have Rashid. Welcome again. Jabo, welcome. And and all right. And I think Svetlana, you were new to me, I think. So I think you probably don't know me either. So, um, uh, I'm actually living in Idaho in the U.S., just north of where Grace is living. Um, I'm about 6 hours. Grace, are you in Salt Lake City?
Yes,
Okay, I'm
I
about
couldn't
six
say
hours.
yes.
I'm about 6 hours north of where she is, um, and so um, and I lived in Finland for 11 years, and I lived in South Korea for just under 2 years. Many years ago. So
Yes.
in South Korea, I was there from '94 to '96, and Finland, I was there from '98 to 2009. So, um, but yeah, so that's a little bit of my teaching experience. So, um, let's go ahead and get started. I do want to show you guys. I mean, the topic is the cell phone age, and so I just got an iPhone 5. Does anybody have the iPhones?
I'm Korean is Samsung.
Oh,
I have
you
Samsung.
you have Samsung. I have a Samsung Galaxy and an iPhone, so I'm such a geek. So, Victor, what kind of phone do you have?
You won't believe me, but till yesterday I had old ugly cellular phone.
Uh-huh. Oh, you had it. Okay. Did you
Yeah.
just upgrade?
Yes, yesterday I bought a new smartphone.
What kind of smartphone did you buy?
Brand name is Fly. I don't know is it popular or not.
Huh.
It's
Why?
Fly.
Fly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I
Huh.
don't know.
I don't know that brand. Is it from Russia?
I
No,
don't sure. Maybe from China. It says made in China.
It says made in
China.
China. Okay. Yeah.
Flyphone.com. It's a site.
Hmm.
I paid about $100. It's
Mhm.
not so expensive. I
Mhm.
like iPhones, but it has the same functions that iPhone. I think.
Uh-huh.
I still did not realize all the functions that it
Mhm.
has, but
Yeah.
it's much better than mine
Mhm. Yeah.
old one.
Okay, thank you. And so, Svetlana, what kind of phone do you have? Or do
I
you have
have
one now?
I I have a Nexus LG.
Uh-huh.
Not good for me. I like it.
Yeah. I've heard good things about that one, actually. And it's also Korean too, Grace. It's LG. So,
Yes, Korea.
Korean. So, and Rashid, what kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone 4.
Oh, iPhone 4. Okay.
Yeah, I think now for 2 or 3 years. So
I had an iPhone 4 and I lost it. So,
yeah. Also, my wife has also had also an iPhone 4 who she was lost, and now
mhm.
she have an LG. So, but she has also pictures in it and that kind of thing. So it was not so good idea to let that kind of things in your phone. But
Mhm. I had videos that I cannot, I completely lost so many things when I lost my iPhone. So,
mhm. you haven't
yeah.
make a, have you didn't make a backup or
I didn't have a backup. I didn't have it on the cloud, nothing.
okay
So
okay.
I totally lost it. But I'm a total geek and I didn't realize it. But I actually have in front of me 4 phones. I need to show you guys. This is terrible. All of them are working, but I mean, 2 of them only work on the Wi-Fi system. But I guess I guess there's a reason why my nephews and nieces. So I lost my iPhone 4, so I got a Samsung Galaxy Stellar, and then I upgraded to a Nokia because I felt guilty. So I got a Nokia, and then I decided, okay, I'm tired of the Nokia. Windows doesn't give me anything. So then I got a Samsung Galaxy, and then I had another subscription upgrade, and then I got this iPhone. And these
You have a
two,
lot. Yeah,
I'm
you
a
have a lot of
geek.
money, I think.
I'm a geek.
A geek
So,
with a lot of money.
Which one do you like most?
so right now I'm in the the situation in the States, first of all, as far as phones go, what you have to do is you pay a monthly subscription, and then you get the phones for free. And every year or every 2 years you upgrade. And so I have 2 phone subscriptions. One is my extra one, and right now the iPhone is the one I like, but it's also my private one because the only people that have the number to this iPhone are my family, and that's it. No friends. So this is the one that I keep with me for emergencies. So I'm a geek. I'm totally and completely a geek. I didn't realize just how much until right now. So anyway, now I know why my nephews keep coming into my room. Holly, can we play with your phones? Well, I have too many. So all right, Rashid, what kind of phone do you have?
Um, who? Rashid or?
Rashid, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that I have an iPhone 4.
Oh, that's right. You already said that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Jabo, how about you? Where are you at as far as phones go?
Oh yeah, I have a smartphone made in Taiwan. The Taiwanese brand. Its name is HTC.
Uh-huh.
HTC.
HTC is very popular in the States.
Yeah. It ranked as a fifth place in the world. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
not so big as Apple. Yeah.
iPhone, yeah. But HTC is a Taiwanese brand?
Yeah, Taiwanese brand. Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all right. And Alexander, what kind of phone do you have?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. I have Samsung Galaxy.
Okay. What do you think of the Samsung Galaxy?
I have trouble with connection.
You-
Sorry.
Oh, you're having technical problems right now. Okay. Yeah, I think it sounds like it. Okay. All right. So the question we had was, do you have a cellular phone? Why do or don't you have one? Any days now, it seems like everybody has a cellular phone. Do you guys know people that do not have cellular phones? Victor, do you know anybody that does not have a cellular phone now these days?
I'm trying to remember, but without any success.
Yeah.
It seems to me everybody has at least cellular phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the elderly people. My mom is 75. Her husband is 79, and her husband, they just upgraded him to a new basic flip phone, and he's having trouble figuring out how to use it. He's forgetting how to use it, but at least they all have the technology in the phones, so it's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
My father have not a phone. Have not or a mobile phone.
Your father doesn't have a mobile?
Yes. My father doesn't have one. He has also a fixed one at home, but not a mobile. So I always have trouble to how you call it, to contact him.
Mhm.
If I want to speak, so I've always I'm used to phone to someone if I want to contact them. But if you don't have one, then that's a problem.
Mhm.
So many times I've said to him, so I also as a mobile phone, but he doesn't want it. So
Mhm. He just doesn't want to.
No.
Where my mom is completely and totally into technology, and if this were a private class and not a public broadcast, I would show you guys. We just bought her a Samsung Galaxy, and I would show you guys the video she made and put on Facebook. 75 years old, really, it's hilarious. But she's, I told her that she was what we call a silver surfer. Oh. But anyway, let's go on. Let's match these words with the correct meaning before we go to a reading. We've got indispensable, the preserve of, bulky, rival, bemoan.
Holly, I don't see any.
You don't see anything?
No, I see only your picture and I think your dog. But
okay, press on my name again.
Okay. Yeah.
And what do you see now?
The same.
But
maybe I thought you had a link, eh?
There is.
Link. Okay.
There is a link, so you can press on the link and get it there.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So we have rival, bemoan, oblivious, and the definitions are large, inconvenient size, be as good as, not noticing, suitable only for, very important, and complain about. So Jabo, could you match the words?
Okay, number one, indispensable means very, very important.
Yes, indispensable means very important. Oops. Okay, and Rashid, could you match one?
These are difficult words. The preserve of, I think, suitable only for?
Yes, you are absolutely right. The preserve of. And then Svetlana?
Bulky.
Svetlana.
Yes, Svetlana. Okay. Bulky, Latin convenient size.
Yes. A large, inconvenient size.
Convenient.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Welcome, Tol. Is that your name?
Yes,
And where are you from, Tol?
I'm from Thailand.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome. My name is Holly, and we have in the classroom, we have Jabo from Taiwan, Rashid from the Netherlands, Svetlana from Russia, and then we have Victor from Russia, and then we have Grace, who is actually in the United States, but she's from Korea. So welcome, Tol. Victor, can you match one of these words?
What's next? Rival.
Rival.
Rival. Be as good as.
Yes. If something rivals something else,
Play in a watch.
it is be as good as. Perfect. Okay, and Grace, could you match one of the words?
Iman? Iman is, I don't know, is obvious, is not nothing.
Okay. All right. Jabo, do you know what bimon would be?
Bimon means complain about something. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Bimon would be complain about. Okay. And Rashid, what would oblivious be? The easy one.
Not nothing.
So oblivious would be not noticing. Okay. All right. So Svetlana, do you ever get any bulky packages in the mail?
Please, sorry, my English is not enough good for level with lessons, but I try to. Okay.
Try to listen.
Could you repeat, please? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So bulky means a large, inconvenient size. A large
Yes.
size. Do you ever receive any bulky packages in the mail? In the post?
No, I don't. I don't understand. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Just say I don't understand, and we'll go on. Okay? It's not
Okay.
a problem. Okay. Svetlana. I'm not. You are Svetlana. Tool. Is it Tool?
Yes,
Okay. Do you ever receive any bulky packages in the mail?
yes,
Yes.
bulky.
How often do you receive bulky packages?
In is it how often?
Yeah.
Just two times a month.
Okay. Twice a month. Okay. Excellent.
Twice a month.
Okay. Thank you. Victor. See, rival. In your opinion, do you think that your new phone rivals my new phone?
It's a really good question.
Uh,
I think so. Yes. My phone is rival as yours.
right.
Probably. I'm not sure. Still.
So your rival is a verb in this situation. So you'd say, yes, my phone rivals your phone. So okay, excellent. And okay, and did I see Aratheli come in here? Welcome, Aratheli. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
So, excellent. All right, Grace.
Yes.
Grace. Do you see? Do you know? I'm trying to think of a question to use with this word. We've got the word oblivious. So, have you ever noticed that sometimes? I'm going to be sexist here. Men are oblivious to the needs of women. Do you think that's true?
Yes, true. I think it's true.
That men are, not all men, guys, not all men, but some men are.
Old man is obviously is normal.
Okay, old men are oblivious.
Yes.
Okay.
But woman is almost obvious.
So, okay, so women too are oblivious to the needs of men. So,
Yes.
okay, all right.
Men are from Mars.
Men are from Mars.
Women from Venus.
That is very true. So, Araceli, do you have anybody in your school where you teach that is indispensable?
Well, I think no one is indispensable. For example, one of the head teachers who worked there last year, she was really efficient. She was very nice. She did a lot of work, and I thought she was like the soul of the school, and she was really almost indispensable. But she found another job, and so she left. This year she's not here. When I had the news at the beginning of the year, and I said, "Oh no, the school is going to collapse." But that's not true. That never happened. I mean, nobody is indispensable. Some people are really useful, but no one is indispensable.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. All right. And Jabo, did we start with you already? No, we didn't.
No. Yeah.
Okay, Jabo.
Yes.
Let's see. We practice the word bemoan. Just to let you know, this word bemoan is not a very common word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We use complain, right?
Complain is more common. So, but you are a customer service representative, right? Okay.
Yes.
So when your customers call, how many times do they bemoan and complain about the service of your company?
I think most of the time they still disagree with our service. Yeah. So, but I think a little bit complaint is good for our company. Complaint can make our company to get some improvement about we need to modify some regulation or some service to the customer. Yeah. So I think a little bit complaint is good. Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit of complaining is good. Excellent. All right. Have I asked everybody a question with these words? Rashid, have I asked you?
No, I don't think
No, okay. So, tell me, do you think a lot of people are oblivious about other people when it comes to their strengths and weaknesses?
Yes, I think. Yes, I think there are many people who didn't notice any strong or that kind of things from other people. I think so. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I think many times we are oblivious when people are going through problems, or we're oblivious about others. So, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead. So these are the new words that will be in the text, so that will help us understand the text. So let's read the text and fill in the spaces using a word from the box below. So the word is right here. Let's see. Oh, good. It's actually fits the screen. Yay! So we have functions, internet, commercial, and life. So, Araceli, can you read the first sentence, the first paragraph?
For many people today, it's difficult to imagine a life without a cellular phone. Once the preserve of the rich, they have now become an indispensable part of modern day life.
Perfect. Thank you. Jabo, can you read the next one?
Okay. The technology for stereo phones was patented in 1975, but it wasn't until 1982 that the first commercial cell phone network was established in the United States. Since that time, the cellular phone had changed from a bulky machine to something that can fit into the palm of your hand.
Okay, thank you. And Rashid, could you read the next one? Rashid, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. The range of functions available in modern day cell phone is increasing rapidly. Email, maps, and games are now standard. Stellar phone cameras, which were once little more than a gimmick, now rival standalone digital cameras in terms of quality. With third generation smartphones, broadband access offers the possibility of video phones, television, and full internet access.
Okay, excellent. All right, Svetlana, can you read the next paragraph?
All this comes at a cost, however. Many people bemoan a society where people seem glued to their phone, but oblivious to all that is going on around them.
Yes, so many people moan a society where people seem glued to their phone, but oblivious to all that is going around them. That is going on around them. I think that's so true. Are the rest of you guys in families where you'll be sitting in the living room looking at your phone and you'll look around and everybody else is doing the same thing?
Sometimes.
I think it's quite rude, but people do it anyway.
Yeah.
For example, when we were
Especially
together.
it's true about teenagers.
Teenagers, okay. Yeah. And Araceli, what were you saying?
Yes, teenagers, absolutely. But for example, I remember when my family met we went together to have lunch and to celebrate Christmas, and they were like looking at the phone all the time. And I say, so what's the point of meeting if they are all the time on their phones?
That's true.
I don't take my phone out of my bag, but everybody else does. So it's like I don't know. Should I show them I also have a phone?
Yeah. It's funny, and also the kids, the young kids all want a phone too because they want to play games or they want to feel grown up and all that. So, okay, question for you. Yes, Victor?
No, I just agreed with you.
Okay. Rashid, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I want to say that some, not only teenagers, but also grown people are sometimes look at the phone, but sometimes it's a habit when they are bored or when they have nothing to say to other people when they are in the same room, when you're waiting for the doctor or that kind of things. Then yeah, sometimes it's a habit and you look at your email or internet and that kind of thing. I think that's for me.
Yeah. And also, I think a habit. Also, I'm just kind of curious. When I was living in Finland, a lot of parents would give their kids a phone when they started school, which was at the age of 7, and the reason was because they all took public transportation to school and they wanted to be able to communicate with their kids. So in your countries, how old are your kids when you give them a phone? How about in Russia, Victor?
I bought not a bot. I gave a cell phone to my younger daughter when she was, I think, 3 years.
3 years old?
Yeah, she required me give me a cell phone. I wanna play.
Was it a working cell phone or?
No, it was without SIM card, just for games. But yeah.
How about for kids who like a working cell phone, one that will work on
Work
the
cell phone I gave her when she began go to school.
when she
It
started
was
school?
last year, yeah.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
everybody in her class have phones.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's interesting. In my culture, it's very different. Paul, how about in Thailand? How old are kids when they get their first phone, their first working phone?
The same as Holly, they give their children working phone when their children go to school.
Oh,
For
really?
example, the grade 1 school.
Wow. Okay. So Thailand, Finland, and Russia are all the same. Svetlana, you agree that in Russia?
Yes, I agree. I see around what the people buy the phone for their children very early. I I don't like it, but it's it's very easy, yes, in Russia.
Mhm.
My son now is 22, and I bought him the cell phone when he was 7 years.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Rashid, how about in the Netherlands? How old are people when they get their own first phone?
I think when they are teenagers.
Okay, so and so in the Netherlands, the kids don't have the phones; it's the teenagers is when
No,
they're teenagers.
in general, not no. I
Uh-huh.
think when they are about 13, 12 or 13 years old,
Okay. All right.
but not at the age of 7 or 8.
Yeah, and that's in some countries. It sounds like yeah. Jabo, how about in Taiwan?
Mm, in my country, it depends on the uh, family's financial status. If the
Mhm.
children come from a wealthy family, they usually can get a cell phone at a very early age. But the
Mhm.
cell phone is very simple one, not kind of a smartphone. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, usually people in Taiwan get their first cell phone, I think at the teenager year, like they go to the junior high school age. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not
Okay.
so early. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Araceli, how about in Spain?
I'm really surprised, but because I thought children got phones really early here, and no, but yours and in all of those countries they do it younger. I mean, for example, my daughter is 9. I will never give her a phone, and nobody in
Uh-huh.
her class has her own phone.
Uh-huh.
My children they do have tablets, but not a
Uh-huh.
working phone. Maybe when they are at high school, all of the kids get one at 12, 13. Some
Mhm.
of them, it depends on the family, maybe sooner at 10, but it's for me 10 is very, very soon. So the
Mhm.
regular will be 12, 13,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Um, in the U.S., it's the same as the Netherlands and Spain. Kids get the cell phones when they're probably old enough to get a job and pay for it themselves. Maybe if they're younger, than like maybe 12, 13, 14, depending on the family, but not younger than that. But one thing I found that was interesting, that was different between Finland and the U.S., is in the U.S., if a child is caught with a cell phone at school, a teenager, um, they the school will take the cell phone and they're not allowed to have it. When I lived in Finland, it was normal. I had students in the school I worked in that would get calls during class, and it was not a problem. So I think that might be one reason. But Um, but to me, that's interesting. Artheli, you did not know that other cultures let their kids have phones younger?
No, I am surprised what you said about Finland. A student, a kid receiving a phone call in class, so that would be,
Yeah.
of course, we don't allow our students to have a phone either, and well, they can keep it, but it's have to be shut down, and if
Mhm.
they are using it in a class or even in the playground, you can't take it, and
Mhm.
their parents have to come, and it's considered like a
Okay.
fraud.
Yeah.
But
So.
if they are using it in class, I mean, for example, sending messages, playing
Mhm.
games, so the class will be messy. I don't know
Mhm.
how it works in Finland.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they do. I mean, I think. My understanding in Finland, the teachers usually would set the policy, but there wasn't a school-wide policy. At least at that time. That's been 5 or 6 years, so it may have changed by now. So, um, 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 Victor, how about in Russia as far as the schools and cell phones?
I think it's allowed to make or receive calls during the lesson, but sometimes students do such things.
Mm-hmm. So,
But
so
yeah,
you think it's not allowed, but sometimes students do it?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay,
they
so
make mute their phones and they use invisibly
mm-hmm. Okay, so they cheat.
behind someone back.
How about in Thailand, Toll? What about the schools? Are kids allowed to have their phones at schools?
Um, as I know, the teacher will keep their cell phone for some school, but some school they just tell their pupil to close their phone.
Okay, so
And
it's up to the teacher
I
then.
think again, please.
So it is up to the teacher.
Yes,
Or,
it's up to the teacher.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think more than that, there are different between the school in urban and school in country. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not the capital. The school in urban in the high in I don't know the urban school
Mm-hmm.
in the
So,
downtown.
So it's a difference
That
between the urban and the rural schools.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
in rural school maybe students don't don't have don't no student no need to have phone, but in urban they have to go they have to go to school by themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
the school is so far from their home, so there are many to give the cell phone to have cell phone with them is kind of like safe for them to contact their parents if there are something um, inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important for the kids to have the cell phones. One reason I have two cell phone subscriptions and why I seem like I have so much is because I had a foreign exchange student and I wanted her to have a phone so she can contact me, and sometimes she would sneak into the bathroom and call me. So she was from Switzerland, but all right. Jabba, what about Taiwan? In the schools, are kids
Yes.
allowed to have the cell phones in Taiwan?
Well, I mean, there's no special regulation about
Mm-hmm.
forbidding us children to take the cell phone in a school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
we don't have this kind of regulation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Okay.
kid have the cell phone, can bring his cell phone into the class, but it should not be disturbing to other students in the class. Yeah. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rashid, how about the Netherlands?
Mm, in the Netherlands, I think in high school it isn't allowed
Mm-hmm.
for the kids and also in the high school. But think in the university they have no problem with it.
Yeah.
But you can't phone in the class. But when you want to phone, then you can phone outside. That's no problem, I think.
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
the high school, it's not allowed.
Yeah. Netherlands sounds a lot like that, like Idaho, in that respect. So there's a lot of differences, but not like Idaho. Netherlands sounds like the U.S. so, which is of course Idaho. Svetlana, do you agree with Victor that having phones is okay, more or less?
I didn't get it everything, but I think that I hope that they restrict the usage of phones in the school because I think it's not very useful for school child and. I know that the Steve Jobs restrict restrict his child for use the phone, and I think he knew what harms, what a lot harms from the cell phone for child can.
Yeah, so if he knew how cell phones for kids could harm them. Okay. All right, thank you very much. So let's go ahead. We're going to change these sentences using the vocabulary from exercise 2. Well, the vocabulary is way up here, so let's quickly look at these vocabulary words again. We have indispensable, the preserve of, bulky, rival, bemoan, and oblivious. So these are the words we will be using in that other one. I will write down the words in capital letters in the chat. Bear with me a moment. And wish I would have done this a little bit ago, sorry. Okay. So those are the words in capital letters, and so let's go ahead and change these sentences. So let's change these sentences using the vocabulary from exercise 2. So number 1, Victor, can you do that one?
Many people bemoan about the manners of today's youth.
Yes, many people bemoan about the manners of today's youth. Perfect. Toll, can you try number 2?
Okay, let me think a minute.
This is the part that would need to change.
Okay. Computers have changed a lot in recent years. Desktop used to be bulky.
Yes, desktops used to be very bulky. Okay, perfect. Now, one of the words that we need to talk about is the past participle ed. Instead of changed, it's changed. Changed. So this E right here is silent. So computers have changed a lot in recent years. Now, the only time that you actually pronounce the ed, like ed, is if the word the letter before that is a T or a D. Like respected. So that's
needed.
That is, yeah, exactly, needed. For example, yeah. Okay, number 3. Svetlana, do you want to try that one?
Yes. Many free software packages are as good as commercial ones. As good as we can use rival. Many free software packages are rival commercial ones.
And actually, you take off the R as well. You can say many free software packages rival commercial ones.
Not Anna, yes. Many
Not
free
Anna.
software package rivals are commercial ones.
Yes. So are as good as is rival, because rival is a verb here. Very good. All right. Rashid, can you do number 4?
Yes. Sumo wrestling used to be only for Japanese. Now many nationalities take part. Sumo wrestling preserve, I think. Used. No, sumo wrestling preserved of or for Japanese. I don't know.
Okay. It basically used to be the preserve of. So
Preserve of.
sumo wrestling used to be the preserve of Japanese.
Preserve of Japanese. Okay.
Okay. Now, to be honest with you, I am not very familiar with this with this phrase, and my of course my excuse is because it's British, and I'm pretty sure it is. But I would actually say used to be only for Japanese. I would not use this phrase personally.
Yeah.
But okay. Jabo, can you read number 5 and change that?
Microwave ovens are nowadays very important for cooking. I should change it into microwave ovens are nowadays indispensable for cooking.
Yes, indispensable.
Indispensable.
Okay. I can't even spell it. Yes, indispensable. So, what do you agree with this? Araceli, do you agree with number 5? Are microwave ovens nowadays indispensable for cooking?
Yes, I think so. We got used to them a lot of years ago. So, well, you can manage without them, but they are very convenient.
Yeah, I can definitely cook without microwave ovens because I'm old enough, but I don't know. Jabo, you're younger than us. Can you cook without a microwave oven?
Sorry, could you say again?
Can you cook without a microwave oven?
Yeah, because microwave ovens made things very convenient. I mean, if you have microwave ovens, you can cook your meal very quick, very quick.
Very quickly.
Yeah, very fast.
But there was also I read a lot of negative things about microwaves. So that they warm up with the radiation, and that seems not be very healthy for your food. But I don't know for sure.
That's something. That's my mom has read that too. That she says that that something about the microwave. Because you cook it so quickly, it takes out some of the nutrients from the food.
But I don't know if it's scientific proven. I don't know, but I've read it.
Yeah.
I usually use microwave ovens to defrost some kind of. For example, I have something from the freezer. Yeah. It is frozen, and I want to make it fast, so I just put it into the microwave oven.
Yeah, that's what I do as well.
Yeah, 2 for 5 minutes. Yeah, defrost and even cook the meal. Yeah, for yourself.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who I don't know if a lot of people also in Ayurveda. I don't know if you heard about that. Ayurveda cooking.
They're afraid of microwave cooking.
Yes, they don't know. They never eat from microwaves because they say that all the nutrition is go away when I warm it up with microwave ovens. But I've doing it. I've done use the microwave for 3 years, but but it's very simple and it's very easy. So now I use it also. But
yeah, so we should use the microwave oven with moderation. Don't use it a lot. Just use maybe 1 time to 2 times a day.
once or two times a day. Okay, so what about the rice cooker? Should we be careful about using those as well?
I don't know.
So,
Have they also a microwave? I don't know.
yeah, that's funny. All right, let's go to number 3. It says many free software packages rival commercial ones. Victor, do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, can
I
you give
kind
some
of support
examples?
free software. For example, operation system Linux.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the same as Windows.
Mm-hmm.
I think even better, and it's free.
I've heard it's better, but you have to know. You actually have to know how to do. You have
Yeah,
to be a computer
sometimes
person.
it's yeah. I have to agree with you. But for example, Android on your phones, it's for free.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Windows Mobile, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a rival.
Yeah. Is Android a free software?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why there's so many Android operating systems out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Windows operating system is not very good, so, in my opinion.
But I think there is a difference between open systems and free software. Maybe you mean open systems or not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because open systems, then you can see in the programming, you can see all the programming and all that kind of stuff. And when you are discovering a fault, then you can give it to the programmer so he can fix it, and then you can do how you call that, so the product can improve it. But open system are also free software packages. Yes.
Yes, there is a difference, but almost every time it's the same.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Yeah. And well, I know that my I think it's my sister that really likes the free software that rivals Microsoft Word. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, there's something that rivals it. It's very, very similar, and one is free and one, of course, is very expensive. But I can't. Oh well. Let's go on. Let's go to number 1. Toll, do you think that many people bemoan about the manners of today's youth? Do you think that's justified?
What is justify mean?
Do you think it's fair?
Fair.
Do you think it's fair that many people bemoan about the manners of today's youth?
Fair for
the
youth?
kids, yeah. Fair to the youth.
I think not fair for the kid. I think when I was young, the adult might bemoan to me too, because it's the nature of kids to act like they thought, they think, and it's responsible for adult to understand and control them, or teach them to act as a good manner, because the kid is just a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is definitely a responsibility of the adults. Sometimes it gets overwhelming for the adults, I believe. So, in some respects. All right, let's go to this discussion. It says ask your partner, so ask everybody these questions, and then ask follow-up questions. So let's start. Rashid, the text talks about the social cost of people using cell phone. Do you think it's a major problem?
The text of social cost. The social cost.
The social cost, the fact that everybody is looking at their phones and they're texting people who are across the room instead of actually talking to them. That's a social cost.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay. Talks about the social cost of it. Yeah, when they are, you mean when they are not talking to each other and only working on their cell phones?
Uh-huh.
Looking at the work, or okay. I think it's not a major problem, but it can be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I think then people are having less contact with each other and less communication. I think, and I think that's also important for your social development. I think, and also for young people, teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I think it's not a major problem, but yeah, it costs can be a social cost. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Svetlana, why did you choose your particular cell phone?
Why? I find the phone. Found the
Found a
phone.
phone. Mm-hmm.
The phone not more expensive and the most function, the most suitable for me on function, and I found the Nexus because it's enough big. I have many. I read a lot on the phone, and it has a many function in the internet. I need to this function.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. So you chose it just because of the functions that it has. Excellent. All right. Thank you. And Araceli, would you like to buy a no, wait. This is for non-cellular phone users. Are you a non-cellular phone user?
I actually have a smartphone. I
Okay.
was of that kind of people who didn't like smartphones, so everybody around me was saying, don't you have WhatsApp? Do you have email in your phone? So
Okay.
I finally surrendered and bought one last year.
So were you like two of my good friends in Finland pretty much held off on getting a cell phone until like maybe 2004, 2005. Were you one of the people that waited until you had to buy one?
Well, no, actually, my first cell phone, I bought it when when I finished college because I was looking for a job and it was very useful at that point.
Ah, okay.
So I was maybe 24, 25, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I had the old-fashioned cell phone for a lot of time, and I didn't have a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
So the phone was just for talking. But now I'm used to the new one because it's very convenient, to see your email. And for example, when I'm at work, many times I don't have a computer, so it's very useful to keep in touch, look at the email or search the internet if you are adopting something. So you get used to it, and I think I couldn't get by without my phone by now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you believe that a cell phone is indispensable?
Yes, I think probably for many people, because society is like that. I mean, you probably don't notice anything. You don't get news from your friends, family. Sometimes if you don't have it depends on your friends. For example, for my mom, it's not like that, of course. You have to
Yeah.
phone her and talk to her physically. It's not like she's going to receive an email.
Yeah.
But
In
for
my
young people,
yeah, go ahead.
no,
Okay.
yes, I think for people of our age and under for very young people, it's almost indispensable.
Yeah. And in my family, it's Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, you pretty much do not know what's going on. You're not in the loop. So, but anyway, I want to thank everybody for your participation. And it was nice to meet you, Svetlana, and you, Tul. It was very nice to meet both of you, and everyone. For all of you, I hope to see you in another class, and I hope you learned some new words and phrases. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.